Hey guys, today we're taking a look at the Midwest Industries Handguard for lever actions. Let's get right into the first 30-second breakdown. That's where in the first 30 seconds, give or take, I give you guys my exact thoughts on this product before we get into the full review. That way you guys can just stop watching because now you know exactly what I think about this, or you continue watching and find out exactly why I say those things, because I do go into more detail and it does help out with the YouTube algorithm, so I do appreciate it. Now, the first thing you're going to notice about this thing looks fantastic on here. It gives it a really modern look. Some would say a tactical look, and it's not necessarily just for a tactical look for your gun, but it actually gives you a much more useful handguard because you have all these M-lock slots. You got the pick rail that runs 16 inches all the way down the top, so you're able to put your flashlights, you can put grips on here, you can do really anything you want with this because you have this full length handguard, so it gives you the ability to do a lot more with your gun. The ghost sights that come with this are really nice, has a large amount of windage and elevation adjustments for those of you that want to run suppressor, subsonic, supersonic, different loads, so it allows you to really adjust for what you're using. It's very comfortable in my hand, and it also has a sling point down here for your traditional slings that you're gonna run for your hunting rifles. Now, the one thing that I did note about this was down here, you have the tube here for ammo. You do not have access to that anymore if you're gonna run this handguard. So if that is like a make or break, you absolutely have to have that tube access. You're not gonna want this because you do lose that access there. Other than that, the price is $325. It is an expensive piece, but you're getting an entire full length handguard system, a lot more accessibility and upgraded sights with this. And of course, which is really nice, is it is made in the USA. So let's get into my relationship with Midwest Industries. They did send me this handguard. I did not spend my own money on it, so I do appreciate them for giving this to me for the test. Now let's get into the full review and go over this handguard and actual gun as a whole. So this is a Henry Big Boy X. This is a 357 and a 38 special. Super cool gun. Just looks alone really cool look. Has a really modern lever action. I've got a couple like Golden Boy styles, and I love those guns and they're really cool, but there's something different about this. There's something really clean about this gun I really like, and I think it really has a lot to do with the handguard and the fact that the gun itself is just really modern looking. So like I said, some will say this is really tactical, and maybe people will think it's gimmicky and say, oh, it's just for tactical purposes. Who wants a tactical lever action when you have AR-15s? But realistically, for me especially, I'm gonna hunt with this, and what this allows me to do is add a lot more accessories. I can add a scope, I can add an optic, I can add a flashlight, a grip, something to make this a little bit more easier to shoot. So you can really do a lot more customization to this to really make this defined for yourself and what you're going to use it for. So like I said, for me, hunting wise, this is going to be perfect because I'll be able to add some more accessories to it. I'll probably just add a scope. I might add a flashlight later down the road depending what kind of hunting I'm going to do with it. But it is cool to be able to have access to all this handguard length. Starting from the top of this, you have the ghost ring sights. These are very nice sights. I think there was a nice little upgrade to them. They're easy to use. I think they're accurate. They have a really large amount of windage and elevation adjustment. They did that because of people wanting to use suppressors with this, using subsonic, supersonic, a lot of different rounds through this. So they wanted you to be able to really dial in to the exact round that you're personally going to be using. The system is made out of aluminum, and you have a 16-inch top rail, so you have plenty of rail space on top, and it does have that indented cutout a little, so it's really comfortable on your thumb, and the whole actual handguard just very comfortable in your hand. This is the handguards that I use on my patrol rifle, and then I have one on my 300 Blackout as well. It's just a very comfortable handguard. If you ever use them, you know exactly what I think. There's no sharp edges or any goofy angles to it. They're nicely rounded, and they have a couple nice little design pieces on here just to make it look cooler. You also have a sling point down here in the bottom for those who you like to run traditional slings. You got one there. It's going to be able to attach here. I'm glad they didn't add like a QD point just because the stock adds the traditional, so I don't know if you could really get one that goes to a QD. So it's smart of them to be able to put that one on there because you're just going to be able to get your traditional sling and run it on here, or if you already had one on there, you can just run the one that you had on there when you had the original handguard. One thing to note is the bottom here, you do lose access to your tube, which to me is not a big downfall. It's not something that's going to really make me not want to buy this, but it is something I want to make sure I noted for you guys to let you know. Also, this does have one of their brakes on here, which looks really good on here and works really well. The only downfall with this as well, you also lose access to that tube, so you can no longer actually pull this out with this brake on there. So just something to know, if you do go that tube, or if you do go that brake, it's going to really limit your access to that system there. I know the other one will allow you to pull it straight out, so it's going to be a personal decision if the brake is worth it or not, but but I did want to mention that just because I had it on there. So the system as a whole is really cool. Those 2 points, one wasn't even on the handguard, one was about the break. The only other downside that I see about this system is it is $325, so it is an expensive thing to add to your gun, especially when you're already spending $1,000 on the gun. But if you're really building this out, especially for a hunting gun, I don't really see it being too big of a deal because you can really accessorize this exactly the way you want. Super comfortable, looks wildly sharp, and I think the nice sights is a good upgrade as well. So it's going to be up to you to decide, is that price too much to be able to upgrade your gun, or is it worth it to be able to add all the stuff and make this gun really customizable to you? And of course, with Midwest Industries, this handguard is made in the USA, which is always a nice bonus. So hopefully this video is able to help you out, give you some different ideas on this, maybe make your decision a little bit easier if you want to buy one or not. Me personally, I just cannot stop smiling when I see this gun. I'm so excited to take this out deer hunting. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a scope on it, a red dot, or just rock the iron sights. Have not decided yet. I might just try the iron sights for the first year and then maybe change it up a little bit where I shoot. Last year I shot my deer, I think at 60 or 80 yards. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but it was a little bit of a distance. So I might put something on here to make it a little bit easier of a shot. I'm not sure. We will see how that goes, but man, this is a good looking gun. So if anything, just make a sweet looking lever action. So, and I guarantee that's what a lot of people, there's gonna be people that will buy this for like the absolute purpose that this handguard was made. Like, okay, I really wanna be able to have access to all the handguard stuff and all the accessories I can add to it. And then there's gonna be those of you where a little bit of me is in that boat as well that just bought it because it's really, really cool looking. So I showed off the stock and some of the B-roll, and I figured you guys would have some questions about it. I did not have this at the time of filming the video, but I just got it in before I actually released the video and finished editing. So I figured I'd throw it in here to show you guys this stock and give you guys an idea of what this looks like. So this is a chisel machining stock, and then this also has the Hogue USA. It's called like a longbow round carrier, so it holds your rounds in here. But this thing is really cool. It really completes the look in my mind of this gun with this handguard and the stock. This all looks really cool, modern style lever action. So I just want to give you guys a quick look at that and see what this piece looks together. If you guys are interested, I can do a full video on this actual whole build when I'm done with it. I've got some more ideas here for the gun. I'm not quite finished with it. I've got some more things down the road. Might end up Cerakoting it as well because why not? It's a pretty cool gun. So we'll see what happens. But if you guys want a full video on this gun, let me know and I will make that happen and go over all the parts and pieces for you. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. If you guys would like to help out the channel and the things I do here, there's a couple ways to do that in the description that helps me out. Also a couple companies that support me in the channel. One being Howitzer. Absolutely love this company, clothing brand. They donate 5% of proceeds to charity and they've donated a ton of money. Another company is Brownells. Really love this company and the things they stand for and all that they do for this community along with myself. Went out there a little while ago and hung out with the crew and they are a fantastic group of guys. So absolutely recommend that company if you guys are interested for accessories or any parts or anything like that. Other than that, guys, I will be doing a lot more stuff on this. There will be a video probably on my deer hunting season, what happened, how I did, what I got, what I used, maybe showing a little bit of footage actually out there hunting. So I will be posting that when deer season rolls around. Other than that, guys, thank you so much and I appreciate you all.